In a new interview with the Hype magazine, punk rock icon Henry Rollins was asked about his involvement with Van Halen singer David Lee Roth's Crazy from the Heat 1997 autobiography. He said, "I worked with DLR closely on that project. At one point, he expressed interest in being onstage and telling stories from the book, I think. As I remember, I suggested that he have someone onstage with him to ask him questions that would prompt the stories. I think the record idea sprang from the fact that he did the book out loud onto tape. Almost 100 hours, which I have listened through 3 times. The man has a blazing intellect," Henry continued. "He is a multilingual, multi-disciplinary self-starter. He is a voracious reader and student of history. Mark Twain meets Groucho Marx, who's also a black belt. That's DLR. The book came out and did really well. It's a great read and only a fraction of what he put on tape. He's had an eventful life." This past January, Roth cancelled the remaining farewell concerts he was set to play at the House of Blues at Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas, Nevada. In a statement, event organizers said the cancellations were made due to unforeseen circumstances related to COVID and out of an abundance of caution for those working and attending the shows. In March 2020, Roth postponed the final 6 shows of his Las Vegas residency due to the coronavirus pandemic that is spreading across the globe. Roth's Las Vegas residency kicked off on January 8, 2020, with a 15-song set that included 10 Van Halen classics and 5 songs from his solo career. Backing the singer were lead guitarist Al Estrada from the Van Halen tribute band Eruption, rhythm guitarist Frankie Lindry, bassist Ryan Wheeler, keyboardist Danny Wagner, and drummer Mike Musselman. Roth explained that he chose Vegas as the place to debut his new band because this is where you come to celebrate and do the victory dance, whatever that means to you. In a February 2020 interview with Star Tribune, Roth openly wondered whether his first tour since Van Halen completed its 2015 run of shows would be the last time he would perform. "I'm calling it the last tour," he said at the time, and then underneath it in parentheses, "unless it isn't. At my age, everything is a possible farewell tour. It's been a long great trip, a long great run," he continued. "But this kind of music requires the kind of energy that people in their 20s bring. You know what NFL stands for, not for longitude. It's similar in rock. I remember the days when we would stand around and say, 'Let's go have a cigarette.' And that's what we did, 4 guys having 1 cigarette. I remember those days. They go by fast, so enjoy them while you're in them." In February and March 2020, Roth performed as the opening act for the North American leg of Kiss's End of the Road farewell tour. Roth's 2020 Vegas residency wasn't the first time he had set up shop in Sin City. Back in 1995, Roth completed a Las Vegas engagement at Bally's Hotel and Casino and another short run at MGM Grand.